So apparently I was wrong. Cynthia Plaster Caster did not have celebrities stick their dick in the dirt to make her famous sculptures. She'd actually have her assistant fellatiate. Is that the proper term? She performed fellatio on said musician. So, for instance, Jimi Hendrix, who, as interviews have stated, enjoyed the process so much that he actually fucked a jar of Blaster. Then again, this is the same guy who got kicked out of the military for masturbating too much.
A true hero.
He was, in every sense of the word.
Is that where the whole standing at attention thing comes from?
Yes. I know this is all like really disgusting. You guys are like, how juvenile. But it's also actually completely true. So sometimes history can be disgusting.
Is gross.
Yeah.
And juvenile.
Sometimes history should be left a mystery.
The patch of sand where the statue had fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster.
Push that knight over.
I
Push him
smoothed
over.
the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
I'm not doing it again.
You've already made that joke.
Push him over.
Do I need to just push him over?
Push him over. Push him over.
I don't think you can. He's already made the hole. So if I push him over, this
is going to make a mess.
Yeah, I need to somehow dig it out.
You need water, right?
Oh, that's true.
You need water. Plaster doesn't just plasticize.
Maybe I could use this.
Oh.
Maybe I could spit on it.
Wait, there's a sink, remember? We had a
water.
sink.
Pee.
So, well, we don't have.
I tried in vain to move the panel.
We don't have a cup, but we
have a towel.
We have a towel.
God damn it!
And we have a scary goat.
That goat's gonna respawn, and we're gonna have to fight him again. But we can grind for XP.
Speaking of sink, this game is a massive time sink. Oh wait, there's water in the grooves of
that goat didn't even drop any good equipment or EXP, really.
Well, I'm glad he didn't drop any good loot. Because then McGuire's dad would have took it. We don't have the towel.
Yeah, someone says beer on it.
Oh.
It looks like an electrician's card.
No, it looks like a doormat.
Welcome to beer.
Come on, beer.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Is he doing a wet t-shirt contest now? What was that about?
Okay, I gotta hurry because the towel's gonna dry. I'm being serious. This is like a modern game. It's a ticking clock. Shut up, Jason. This game has no tension. Please allow me to create the illusion of it.
And then I thought you had to trade the towel for some eye drops, and then you trade it for like a bill of receipt, and then you get the Begoron sword in 2 days, something like that.
I was gonna whip this goat with the towel.
Knock it off.
Now that he's tied up, let's piss him off.
You leave that old man alone.
Jason thinks all goats are wizards.
That's the true Merlin right there. He's following us. You know, he could have just taken a whiz on that thing and saved us a lot
of water was
backtracking.
quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
No.
No.
The grooves on the statue.
So I'm just gonna be the one to say it. Why didn't he just pick up the statue?
Wait.
Is he that much of a weenie?
How did the
Too
hole...
heavy!
No, how did the hole disappear? He didn't pull the hole out of the ground.
Fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud.
You may not know this, but also the shotgun shell case would have worked here.
I like how the people who did the sound could not make a soft thud for us to listen to. Seriously, they could have just done thud and then silence, like literally.
Can we take more plaster?
Yeah, actually, I think we need to. No, come back, we need more plaster. Where else was it still lit in?
Chris, how would you make the sound of a thud? It's a book.
Audiobooks.
Oh, that's true.
Terry Pratchett actually reads them out loud.
Oh, never mind. I guess we don't get any more.
Did we skip over something, or
Nope.
did he just die in
He's
that
dead.
cavern?
She's
end.
like, okay. She's been sitting here the whole time. She's like, okay, it's been about 3 days. I'm pretty sure he's not standing out in my apartment now. I can go.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Oh, good, George is dead.
I had no reason to go out into the night.
What? Oh, I'm glad we have a fucking lazy Friday night simulator here.
I know what she's gonna do. She's gonna turn on our TV, watch some Sleepless in Seattle.
Eat a giant thing of ice cream.
Actually, I think,
Write in her diary.
And
I think there's probably like an American Werewolf in Paris at the time that this takes place. So she's just staying in. She can't go out after night, guys.
well, hold on. So she stays at home, writes in her diary, watches Sleepless in Seattle, eats a giant thing of ice cream by herself, then plays 4 hours of Halo. Because I'm not sexist in my fantasy world.
In the real world, he is. Not in this fantasy
In
world.
my fantasy world, I'm a decent person.
That's all. Huge.
In my fantasy world, she's one of the frag dolls.
What's with the huge stack of newspapers, by the way?
Because she writes for them. Also, she's a hoarder. It's a sickness.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The
Smashy,
elephant on the
smashy.
lid was a perfect
My
match
father
to
was a
Cochon's.
fucking
But
idiot.
that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition.
I just need to make this lock, and then... What about the key? Oh, fuck!
Did they rebug it, or was that just an actual bug in the game that she said that?
No, I think there was just a bug in there, and she's like, oh, God! It's buzzing
The box
constantly.
was one of the few
I
things
can't
my
shut it
father
up.
left me. The elephant on the
I'm
lid
so
was
allergic to
the
bees.
Anyone have any ideas?
Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little
Yeah, it's just-
present. You shouldn't have.
It's just repeating again.
Check your messages or something. Aren't your messages flashing?
Is that what that is? I thought that was. Oh, that's the radio.
Why are your messages so far away from your phone?
Where does she go?
You don't scare me. Especially
We're just replaying other scenes, I guess. This is the second performance. The first one was sold out. Guys, we don't need to go get that tripod. We have one right here.
Who uses tripod
That one
anymore?
looks taller anyway.
Now we can use angel fire.
This is the most exciting
I
game
had
of our
messages
time.
waiting to be played.
You
Now,
have 3 messages.
she was in here the
Hey,
whole
Carl,
time. She could have
it's me,
answered any of
your
these.
favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George.
Oh my God.
Ireland.
Oh my God.
It's a whole different country. And I...
Yes, we were aware.
Amazing news for you. Gemma
It's almost like it's separated by large body water or something. It's crazy.
See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Merlin? Oh my god. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now.
Or call
When
her.
it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing. But I couldn't just let her die.
So I called the police, and that was the end of it.
I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Premature clicking.
Locked? No way was I going to break
Call
through a
the
door like that.
police!
The intercom system wasn't working. Bad sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
Oh, if only there was a hail bay to climb up on. We could reach that window.
Ah, but there's modern art.
Yeah, we better cover that with hay.
I unhooked the first wire.
What the fuck? Just climb up it. It looks like a ladder. Now time to make a grappling
I
hook.
released the second wire.
Next to this
Even
ladder.
With both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
Sidekick.
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
Including the work of Proust.
That broken window looked like the best way in. That broken...
Then fucking get there.
Time is of the essence, but I think I'll just, sit out here a few more minutes.
Remind me if I'm ever in a horrible crisis to never get help from a point-and-click
plastic
adventure
sheet was
protagonist.
thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Shell casing, do your thing.
No, just unleash an elephant on it.
Oh my god, it worked.
Are you
Oh my god.
fucking
Fuck
serious?
this game! I know I've said we've been using guides, but that was only for those 2 episodes. That was just a guess that has infuriated me now. Oh my god. Oh.
Why don't you get off her case?
My god, I'm too late.
No, she's just tired.
Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be alright.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier.
Cavalier!
You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
Oh,
He was
this-
dressed
you
as
were
a
just
cavalier
using me.
King Charles
Which
Spaniel?
one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone. She cheated me, lied to me, used me. But why?
Well, she was lonely and she didn't have a husband anymore.
Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone
Lipstick's
in
kinda
her
running
ice
there.
palace.
Might want to dab at that with a Kleenex or something.
I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key.
Did you grab
I
it with
took
your
the
large
key.
magnet?
I had to.
Meow.
I knew I could never return.
By the way, I'm Magneto. What?
Not-
Magneto!
So she's not. Oh yeah, she can't call anyone.
I was gonna say she's more like Nightcrawler, Bamf, and she's back in her apartment.
She should have equipped that locket too. Probably had some good stats on it.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a
But
perfect
you know,
match to Cochon.
just for shits and giggles, maybe it does have a key.
I think it's funny because me and Andy were talking about X-Men, and Jason was talking about role-playing games. So combined, we're talking about X-Men 2: Shadow of the Apocalypse for the GameCube.
Better use that shell casing. I
I
mean,
took out the key.
It didn't work. I needed a shell casing.
I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was
Normally
going
it's
to
the other way
find.
around.
What the?
Hotel Saint Georges, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You
Starring
need not
Meryl
fear.
Streep.
Pierre and the organization do not know who you are really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No.
They do
They'll
give them the
just
comically
you a
large
funny
hats
job
and lit
in an
sticks of
embassy.
dynamite, though.
I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda.
We have to go back and reach into her heart for the next clue.
She just reached in there. My father! Hello! You saved me, Nico! Now we have to find the unshrink ray!
It was a photograph of Imelda.
Oh, she aged pretty well.
I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father.
And look
I
how
stared
happy
at my
he
father's
looks.
image. Looked deep into his eyes. What was he thinking when this picture was taken? How brave he had been. I missed him so much. He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing,
You are an
he'd
awful
had good
reporter.
reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that until nobody.
Again, I stress an awful reporter. It's like, oh, I'm going to dig up all the dirt on these people and expose them, except for my dad and his ex-lover, I guess. It's a little too close to home. Wait a minute. All these people I'm reporting on are people too. These are their lives and their secrets. Oh my god. I'm a horrible person. George comes in the next day to find her hung. Swinging from the rafters.
I knew it was.
Oh, come
George.
on. She'll
For a
always have
moment
that
I was
backup
tempted to
job
pretend
doing
that I
the
was out.
TV and,
Or ask him
well,
to
probably
go
a
away and come
crossword
back
puzzle.
later. But then,
But
Come in.
then,
Hello, George.
Josh.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
And then I passed
That
out in the
explains
McPlay
why
Place
you
ball
look so
pit.
ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did it snow?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
without a trace.
I just want to point out, he
But
went in to
my
fix
visit
that
wasn't a
shit
complete
until
waste of
he was an
time.
electrician and then left and then came back and stayed there and no one
Pegram
stopped
J?
him.
The Templars, Jim.
Hey, he never claimed to be a
Whoever
plumber.
Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
He only needs 6
do
more of
you
those
plan?
gems and then he can
I
turn
want
into
to find
Super
out who,
Stobart.
what, or
and fight
where
Robotnik.
Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Do you think at the end of the game, Nico's going to show up on a little biplane and rescue him?
Let's take another look at the
No,
manuscript.
shit, I didn't mean to click that.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Have we interviewed any hanged men yet?
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem,
I don't know,
sister?
I guess
Your
the guy at
pockets
the,
stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
Want to see my red nose again?
when he was talking about useless junk in his pockets, he sadly was referring to his... Never mind.
I think we all get what you're going for.
All I know is he's not the hanged man he's been talking about.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Strangely enough, he did not keep the wet towel. I guess he already has
That
one
is
moist,
not a
grungy
good idea.
cloth. Ugh.
Maybe not.
I think he didn't keep
Do you
the
want
wet
this
towel
photograph
because
back?
as long as he has Nico around, he'll always have a wet blanket.
Ba-dum-dum-ching.
My
that
joke
is
was just
not-
made much cheaper by that little rim shot you just gave it.
Watch out, bitch, you just got Stobarted. Wow!
Now it's so much cheap. Oh my god.
I'm trying to make it as cheap as possible.
And then
Are you
George...
driving down the value of my joke so you can buy them?
Yes, and then sell them at inflated prices.
You son of a bitch.
My master plan is I'm gonna have Jamie Kennedy walk in here and put a giant red X on the screen. Then they'll be worth only pennies.
And then George, running out of dialogue options, realized he had no more angles with which to hit on this young lady and decided to leave.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to
I'm
look
joking.
below
Your
at
chairs
the
are as
Kroon
comfortable as
Museum.
fuck.
And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Because she
Yeah.
ain't taking care of you.
Because chicks really dig indignation.
I'm pretty sure he was offering to go shopping for her because she never leaves her fucking
I so
apartment.
much wanted to talk to
You want me
George
pick
about
up some
everything
milk or
that
something
happened.
while I'm at, or?
But I knew I never could.
'Cause I
My
despised
father's
him.
connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he
What's
would
with
be
the
villain and Carchon would be the
Earthbound
hero.
level
I
up
know
music in the
how to do
background?
that.
Did we just
I'm a
find our
journalist.
sanctuary?
Ba 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 ba. This game sucks. Yes, it
Oh,
does.
this is
I
great.
fucking hate.
Chris, we
this
haven't
fucking
found
game
all of the 8
and
melodies
it's
yet.
shit.
Yeah, and look, we can go back to Ireland anytime.
That's better.
Fuck this game in its. So we gotta go back to the Kroon Museum. Next time Andy makes a joke, I'm gonna have Ashton Kutcher come in. I'll make billions.
No. Okay.
Pretty sure Jamie Kennedy got shot dead one year.
Pardon me. Oui, monsieur?
I never heard that, but I just assumed that would be something that would happen to him.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belongs...
Thanks for your
Oh
help.
wait, show him the gym. Maybe
Pardon
maybe
me?
you
Oui,
can sell
monsieur?
it to the museum.
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications, a
Legs.
military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Thanks.
Okay, I guess Labanu is not here, so I'm gonna go check out what Rosso's doing. Rosso's Modern Life.
Go to the pasta police.
Pasta police.
Someone stole my ravioli!
Surprisingly, the second most racist
Sergeant Moo?
Italian stereotype we've heard on this today.
Let's compare and contrast them!
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been
I
harassed.
was harassed by Waluigi.
I see. And where did this alleged
We were playing
assault
baseball and he
take
threw a
place?
bomb at me!
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla.
You ever watch,
and the other looked like a weasel.
Time
Their
Book
names
on?
are Flap and Guido.
What about Yada Day Man?
I'll get them this time.
Okay, Itadeki Man. Zenda Man. Come on. Do you watch any anime, sir? I mean, anime is a French word, for God's sakes. Come on!
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur.
He also calls himself Thomas Merlin.
I'm sorry, monsieur Stobart. I don't know him. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre.
He was also
Where he's
known
been
as the Mole of
hospitalized,
Morocco.
probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
God damn it, Moo keeps stealing all my good jokes.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does.
Did he just
I
step
feel
much
I
closer to
kinda-
us?
I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities,
It's funny.
monsieur.
I have a friend
Did he
named
speak to
Nico,
you?
and she
Tell
always
you
sees
anything?
people right
No,
before
he just
and after
grinned
they
and
die.
nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
That's exactly what my therapist told me about this game.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantow.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful.
But not by questioning
The best way you can
suspects.
help us is
We're
to
going
go
back in
home,
time and
monsieur.
talking to him before he dies.
Looking at the inventory screen, I realized George just missed an amazing pun. When he talked to Nico after coming back from Ireland, he didn't talk about getting plastered.
Also, it's in Paris, and he didn't mention that either. He's just losing points, man. Come on. Chicks love puns. That's why me and Jason are swimming in women.
No way.
They also like sloppy rhymes.
Check it out. Plaster of Paris. George, do you not have a carton of that? Are you just carrying fucking dust in your pants?
Yes!
That is not a good idea. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
Ah, yes,
This
I
man
remember.
looks nothing
Khan,
like
the
a clown.
conniving clown
He's taken off his
caper.
grease paint and costume.
Then there is
I only
nothing
like
to
Muppet
link this
capers,
man
Jason, you
with
know
the
that.
killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
No, they are hungry
Hardly
eyes.
likely to get him convicted.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing
He,
for
of all
food.
people, being
That's
a
what
law
the clown
student,
was.
should
You
know
insist
that
you
the way
saw
a
a
person
clown,
looks
Of course.
is not admissible
novel
evidence
nose
for a
proves it.
crime.
Take more than a plastic.
No, seriously,
proboscis
look at
to
his eyes.
convince
Guilty.
Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Jason's right. I would love a sequel to this game that was just him as a shitty lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, look at his eyes! Do you have any material evidence? This clown knows!
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
I would like to bring the evidence
Perhaps
to the
it'd be
table up.
better if you put
Did
it
you just
back
pull
here.
that out of your pocket?
No way.
Well, yeah.
This could be an
Did you
important
fucking
clue.
steal the evidence?
If you say so, monsieur.
Would you
I also
like to
have a
shake
wet
my hand,
towel
Sergeant?
here.
Not while I'm on duty,
I would like
monsieur.
to bring to
The
the
gesture could be
jury
misconstrued.
this tool. What do you think it does?
Members of the jury? Anyone? Anyone?
Your Honor, at this moment I'd like to call a small recess. I gotta go to Ireland.
Your Honor, I'm a reporter, by the way. I thought you were a lawyer. No, I'm a reporter. Actually, I'm a cop.
As
Oh,
a
okay,
medical
so you're a cop.
doctor.
But you never said you were a doctor? No, you're right. I'm actually an electrician.
It's my opinion as a lawyer, doctor, electrician, police officer, psychic medium, that this guy is totally guilty, because look at his face.
No way. Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In
I
this part
have
of the
no
world,
clue.
Yes.
I just
There
made
are
up all
only
those
three
terms to
places
fuck
these
with
are
you.
made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
Because he
you
was an
say so,
earth
monsieur.
mage.
See you later, Sergeant. It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
Legal documents, that's not going to help me.
Just some kind of search warrant for Nico Collard's apartment. Huh, that's weird.
He's in timeout
George?
again.
that phone doesn't work, guys.
George?
Guys, that phone doesn't work. Remember, there's only one phone in all
That's
of France.
true. I gotta go outside and use the real phone. Okay. Well, so far, Moo, the only information he gave us was, some guy's in a hospital.
Hospital.
Is he in a hospital?
No.
Or is he in the Taj Mahal?
I'm pretty sure that is some kind of like Russian architecture in that hospital. He's in the hospital, you know, the one in Russia that is shaped like the Kremlin. No, I'm sorry, he's in the Kremlin. Well, I guess I gotta go to Russia. Luckily, it only takes an hour to get there, apparently.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
Too bad. Nicolas Cage is on the other end.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I've been diagnosed with mysteriously far away sounding voice. Can you help? Everywhere I go, I echo for no reason.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
He's not a man at all. He's a mole.
Yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over
In fact,
the
he's the
world.
third strongest mole brother.
Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private
Trying to take
rooms.
over the world. Is he Pinky or the Brain?
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
It's like a blue
Yes,
gem.
so I see.
It's medieval type.
Remarkable.
I have to take this.
Well, I
gem
have
to
this
Marquet.
gem that is
He might
grass
be able
type,
to explain
and you
its
can use it to
significance.
evolve your
My dear
Eevee.
chap, Marquet has other things on his mind right now.
Like what?
His catheter, for one.
That's not where you put that.
Yeah, someone help this man.
Does this white powder
We have
mean
strict
anything?
rules.
No, sir. I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
You fucking should. You work in the same building.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No,
Here, I'm
sir,
going to give you
I
this
do
prescription and give it to, I don't fucking know, that guy out there next to the trash can. He looks like the
If
guy.
it's gonna kill you, I'm sure they'll say something.
Do you
Here
recognize
is your
this
prescription.
red
I'm just
rose,
gonna throw it away.
not. No, I do not. This is a hospital, not a circus ring. We minister to the sick in body, not the sick in mind.
That's sad. I thought Patch Adams works here.
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
If I were you, I'd have this sample analyzed.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
He doesn't work there.
I was really hoping we'd shock the doctor, and that would frazzle him so much that he'd get shaky hands and be on edge all day, and then he'd cause a terrible accident during someone's open heart surgery. And it'd all be on George, and the madness would drive him to kill himself.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
Sacre bleu!
Maybe we'll get that in the
Exactly
director's
what I needed in
cut.
my last
And the
operation.
person getting
It
their
is.
heart
I had
fixed
to improvise
is
with
none
a
other
knitting
than
needle
Nico
and a couple of
Collard.
corks.
Two birds with
If
one
only
stone.
you'd been on hand at the time, my patient would have given his right arm for it.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Well, I think this is a good
Thanks
place
for your
to end our Let's Play, this episode. We'll be back for more soon. The reason why I think it's a good Let's Play place to end the Let's Play is we're in a hospital, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sick of this game. Ladies, did you hear that pun? I'm available. Wink! Anyone have anything else to add? I just thought that was a good callback joke. I thought it was a good callback joke.
Oh my god.
I'll leave that part in. Okay, hit Okay, hit the tilde key in 3, 2, 1. It's not 3, 2, 1. Pause. It's 3, 2.
Well,
1.
I mean,
On 1.
if you're counting down to 0,
I'm not. Okay. Hitting audio now. Hitting back now.
like on a stopwatch, you don't stop
Hitting
at
back.
1.
Hitting back again. None of this is going into the take. Why are you doing this bit?
I'm trying to educate you because you.
It's on 1. 3, 2, 1. I'm educating you now. If it's an audio sync, the pause that I'm syncing the hitting the tilde key is not heard. It's a pause, so it needs to be on 1. 3, 2, 1.
Actually,
But 0 is what you would count down to.
which is 0 is usually called go, as in 3.
I hate both of you. Okay, from now on 1. 3, 2,
Or you could
1.
go 2, 1, 0.
I'm gonna do it myself from now on.
That would make more sense.
We get it, Chris.
No, it fucking wouldn't. No one says 3, 2, 1, 0.
Nobody says it because you just go.
Yeah, you just end on
Say
0.
go.
I'll agree with Andy. Some people do go 3, 2, 1, go. Or 3.
It's 5, 4,
4,
3.
But because I'm cutting all this out and people aren't talking immediately afterwards, 3, 2, 1, go would be acceptable.
Well, just
as would on 1.
If you were counting down on a stopwatch, 1 isn't.
I'm not counting down on a stopwatch. I'm counting down to you. Who has the go?
I'm gonna blow my stack! God damn it, Jason! You make me so mad with your audio syncing!
Okay.